All right, we're live. Um, hey everybody, it's a weird night. Um, I'm just reading something here. I don't have a camera apparently. Maybe that's why, because they're doing a thing. Shalisa, I don't know. But my camera's not working. Well, I should say this.
Something here. I don't have a camera apparently.
Oh wait a minute,
Maybe that's why.
that's me, sweetheart.
Usually, I don't know.
And I'm really not happy. Sasqueen 13th man, how are you, my friend? Great to see you. Uh, I'll get into all this in a minute. Let me do a little rundown and um, wow, it's just weird. What weird set of circumstances here, and weird things that happening with YouTube. And so far, I'm not liking them. Um, but I'll explain in a minute. All right, let's see. I believe Miss Shalusa Shaw was first here tonight, and obviously you can tell she's in here with me. Yes, she was. Stevie B, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. The ever nice and beautiful Sandy's Passions is with us, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday. Why wouldn't she be here? P2E, prepping to endure. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Prepping, I won't be down there. Um, my daughter's in a back brace, so she's not dancing. So I won't be down. I'm sorry, buddy. Some queen with SC Stump was still trying to send you one. I don't know why the Facebook one won't work, Stump, but um, hello, Guns Girl. How are you, Guns Girl? Frankie. Frankie, the Bruins disappointed me, buddy. They really did, bud. They really disappointed me. But always a pleasure to see you, Frankie. Who else we have here? I just saw. Okay. I think I'm at the bottom now. I believe. Sass Green, 13th man. It's so good to see you. I hope things are well. Big dog of the leather kind. You, sir, have a you and Stump both have what do you call it? Invites via Facebook. And Big dog of the leather kind. When you get in here, you're gonna explain something to me about your phone. All right. Obviously, we'll do it on the internal. Um, Back brace. Yeah. My daughter, my oldest daughter, she has um, scoliosis. It got worse. However, when taking an MRI to check on the scoliosis, they found a fractured vertebrae down in five. So,
Damn it.
no, I'm not going to congratulate the Blues fans, Frankie. Here's what I will do, though, Frankie. I'll congratulate Layla. For those of you who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, just go on NHL, type in St. Louis Bruins, whatever, and then this little girl Layla, 11 years old, has a has a rare form of cancer, and she's the biggest Blues fan you've ever seen in your life. And so one of the players from the St. Louis Blues friended her and made sure she was at all the playoff games. Hey Tommy, how are you? I'm a redneck Cockerham. Tommy's awesome to see you. Um, so he friended her. She was at all the St. Louis games, and then he sent her tickets to the seventh game here in Boston. And obviously St. Louis won, and so he had her out in the ice kissing the Stanley Cup with the rest of the team. I think that was awesome. Other than that, fuck St. Louis, fuck their team, and fuck everybody else that likes them because they're dirty, rotten, filthy bastards. But anyways, other than that, am I bitter? A little bit. Yeah, Stump. So she's in the back brace. Uh, she's really not happy about it. Being almost 15 years old. It's the summertime, the bathing suit. All that bullshit, right? So, um, so a couple of things before I turn this over to Miss Shalisa Shell. Apparently, because you guys know I haven't been here in a couple of weeks, so thank you for coming back.
You haven't been here for a couple weeks either?
Yeah. Um, so if anybody's ever done one of these chats, you hit the live button. It says, no, this hangout is live on air, blah, blah, blah. Well, now it doesn't say that. Now it does say this hangout on air is live, but then it says, Hangouts on air is going away later this year. For quick streaming, try youtube.com/webcam. I'm not going to hit that button right now because obviously I don't want to screw nothing up. I don't know if I might put in a call to YouTube or put an email in and see what the fuck's going on.
I want to know what they're going to replace Hangouts with, because I really like Hangouts. It's free calling, face to face. You can call anyone you want, who's also.
You can do it on Facebook too,
Well, is that it? Is Facebook just saying, fuck you guys, we're going to be the only free fucking call face to face?
But Facebook, you can call, you can do video calling for free.
Oh,
I don't know what
Hangouts, because I got all my groups and.
I know. It's horrible. It's horrible, and I'm not happy about it. So Stump, you can't grab the link from Facebook. And I'm sure he probably answered me, but I didn't see it. Did Big Dog or Leatherkind answer me when I told him that he had a link?
What is that bitch shoot is gaining?
What's that?
That's what I'm wondering. Frank Guy says YouTube is committing social suicide and they don't care.
Yep.
What is a bitch shoot?
All right, Big Dog Leatherkind, no problem, buddy. I just wanted, because usually you answer me and I don't see it, so I wanted to make sure, that's what I was scrolling back for. You know what I'm saying, brother? BitChute is another platform like YouTube. Do they have chats like this? Because I'll go right over. So that's it. And I want to apologize for not being here the last couple of weeks. Things got fucked up. But right now, I'm going to shut my hole because Miss Shalusa Shell is going to take the floor.
Oh, yeah, I had a funny story.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, well, have you ever had a bee in your car and you just get out and open all 4 doors?
I have.
Well, I got up this morning and like I usually do, I step out on my front porch, have a cigarette, and feed the blue jays. There's a strange car parked across the street on the side of the road with all 4 doors wide open, trunk wide open, and a fella on the phone. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Smoking my cigarette, just watching. He gets off the phone and he's still standing there acting rather weird. I start thinking, maybe a bee's nest, maybe a bee. I set my camera up to record because this was getting interesting. He was really freaking out. And I couldn't take it anymore. So I was like, well, you got a bee's nest in your car? He goes, no, mice and a big giant rat. This guy's like 26 years old. Looks like probably a virgin. He's now a big vajayjay. He's like, nobody will believe me. I keep calling, so no one will help me. He's like, I never had a phobia of rats or mice. I didn't know I had a phobia, but now I do. And I'm afraid if I get in my car, I'm going to crash it. This guy was nuts. I tried helping him for an hour. I told him, let me pop the hood. Usually if there's a nest,
Right.
I'll rip it out. It's probably around the engine. I popped the hood and I was like, well, you're not nuts. You do have rodents because there are nutshells all over the place in this one spot. But I don't see a nest that I can rip out.
Right.
And I was like, I don't know what to do to help you. I left him be. I went and walked around my yard. I was just trying to wake up, in the morning. And I saw a can of Raid. And I thought, well, this old rusty can of Raid still works. I'll give it to him. Maybe he can spray around. And if there's still a rat that he says he's seen the tail and the head and the face and all, maybe he can stink it out. So I gave him that, but he was too scared to do that. So I sprayed all up and around in his car.
Jesus. I hope you got some Monet for this.
Then I go in the house and I get a trash bag. It's like, we're not going to see anything with all your pop bottles on the floor, man. I'm trying to help this guy. It's been like an hour. I had asked him, I was like, why don't you just try to at least go halfway down the road? You don't even think about getting to the stop sign, getting on the main drag. Just see how you do. He wouldn't even do that. And, I had stopped several times just to go back home and do my own thing, but I kept going out to see how he was doing. Eventually, I was like, you know what? I tell you what. Where do you live? I'll get your car home. Follow me in my car. And he was like, oh, I couldn't ask that. But eventually, I hopped in his car and I got his car home. Luckily, he didn't crash mine.
Okay, help me here. He wouldn't get in his car because of mice and rats?
Yes.
Okay.
Every time he'd look in the car, a tail. Oh, maybe that's a wire.
So obviously he had some hallucinogens somewhere in his system.
No. He swears he's got this phobia that he's never had before, and he doesn't know what to do. And apparently he had been outside in front of my yard for an hour or two before I came out. But I did him a favor. It's like a 10-minute drive down the road. I took his car home for him. He gave me 5 ones because he says that's all he had. He was very grateful, but the guy was totally...
He got on some mescaline and he was all set from that.
He's all like, no, I don't want to take it back home to his dad or grandpa or whoever the hell he lives with because it'll get out there. I told him, I says, you're better off at least having a stranger helping you than someone you know.
Doesn't he realize once the car starts and the vehicle starts moving that, all right, never mind, I'll just shut up.
Yeah, I felt bad. I still had an hour to kill before I had to go borrow my family member's truck and pick something up. I couldn't believe it, though. I was thinking bee's nest all this time. He's freaking out over
a mouse.
Yeah, which did you see, the rat or the mouse? He was certain he saw the rat face and the tail, but where did he come up with the mice?
Stop.
I looked everywhere. I climbed up all underneath that car, looked up under the hood. I couldn't find nothing.
Who's he calling? Friggin' 911?
He says he was calling friends and family, and he even tried the cab place. He couldn't get through to get a cab home. I was like, well, what are you going to do with your car after you get a cab ride home?
Right? Leave it here? I mean, come on now. Oh, my God. I mean, I'll be honest with you. They're not the most pleasant rodent in the world to look at, or, I can see it. I can understand that it skeeved them out a little bit, but for Christ's sake, really, dude?
Yeah.
I said the worst thing I ever had happen to me with mice. I had them up in my camp, up north, and I'm like, where the fuck? I never had mice in here before, and all of a sudden, I opened the thing, and there's the fucking mother, and she's nursing like 4 little mice. I'm like, oh, Holly's gonna die altogether. You know what I mean? I'm like, ugh. So I put them all in one cup, and you're done. But you still got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I asked him, have you had this thing parked in the barn all year? Because I
Oh yeah, I can see that. They get up underneath.
As I was closing the hood to drive his car back to his house, I noticed the tag wasn't up to date, so it had been parked, and I was taking a risk driving an illegal car down the road. But I got him home. Fuck it. I guess I was in the mood just to be polite and help somebody out, but
Well, that was nice of you to do that for him.
But he says, I feel like a total veg. And I said, well, let me be the first to congratulate you. You've grown your vagina today, or something like that. But
jeez,
you grew a vagina today. Congratulations.
if he had said that to me, I would have said, you absolutely are. You absolutely
I just get such a kick out of it. I couldn't help it. And then I just started feeling bad. Because he kept freaking out. I got a ton of it on tape. I don't know if I'll even bother with it because it just left my phone up on the front porch. I thought I saw tail again. He wasn't even queer.
So speaking of cars, let me tell you some car woes I had this week. So last Sunday, I went down to the grocery store, supermarket, whatever the hell you want to call it. And my car wouldn't start. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I'm like, that's odd. So I sat there, and I'm like, you bitch, just start, just get me home. So, boom, it got me home. It starts up, I go home. Now, mind you, I'm only about 1.5 miles from my house anyways at the time, right? I get it home, shut it off, sure, and shit won't start. I'm like, you bastard. And I had everything. I had horn, lights, I had everything. So it wasn't my battery. And I said, well, it can only be the starter. Anyways, so I was going to go down and buy a starter because AutoZone's open till 8. And so I'm looking on YouTube because I'm like, I have wicked bad vertigo, so I can't lay down under a vehicle because I'll just, it's not going to be good. So I'm praying and hoping it's on the top. So I said, fuck this, because the YouTube, it wasn't very specific, and I was specific on what I typed in. So anyways, I wound up calling up my boss from FedEx, and I said to him, I says, hey, I told him what's going on. He says, Mike, right there on the top. Take off the air hose. He goes, move the thing aside. He goes, it's right there. You can't. He says, it's about elbow deep, but you're all set. I said, okay. I take the thing off, zap. I'm like, motherfucker. I get zapped. I was not. Oh, it was just, I was fit to be tied. You know what I'm saying? So I had it towed to my mechanic that night.
But you had it at home.
Huh?
Didn't you have it at home?
No, I towed it to my mechanic.
From your home?
From my house. And so the mechanic says to me, he says, I call the mechanic, of course it's overnight, I call the mechanic Monday. I'll try to get to it. He doesn't get to it on Monday. So I don't go to my full-time job or my FedEx part-time job Monday night. Tuesday night. Calls me. Tuesday afternoon. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, Mike. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, all right. Then I got a phone call like 10 minutes to 5 on Tuesday. Yeah, Mike, you're all set. It wasn't a starter. I goes, it wasn't a starter. I said, it wasn't a relay. I says, I checked the relay. Fucking connection. on my starter, so he charged me $60. I went down and got my car. I says, for a fucking wire. Why? It's a good thing I didn't buy. It's a good thing I didn't. If I didn't get zapped, I would have replaced the whole fucking starter. Wouldn't I wouldn't even needed it. You know what I mean? Father and son adventure survival. How the hell you doing? Great to see you. Yeah. So I missed 3 days of FedEx, 1 day of my full-time job, and I can't stand not having my own vehicle. You know, I hate it. I hate not having a vehicle with a passion. I go batty when I don't have a vehicle.
And I'm nervous to sell my second car. I got one of my cars up for sale. It's gonna be a little scary, only having one car.
Yeah.
I don't like having to borrow from other people.
Yeah, I don't. You know. All right, Ask will be here, brother. Who the hell is this the Delucia guy, anyways? What's up, P-Nas, guys? How the hell are you, my friend?
I've never had to have my car towed from my house to the mechanic. Always the way to get it to get it there.
No, Stump it ain't. Stump says $60 for loose wire. That's rape. No, it's not rape because I'll tell you why. You know, because he actually wound up taking the starter out, looking at the whole starter, you know, and discovered it was just a wire. So then he fixed the connection on that, put it back in, did all that. Took him like, you know, whatever. They're getting $80 an hour for mechanics time up here. So he charged me $60. I can't complain. The fucking star would have cost me $180. I made out in the deal. You know.
So you would have just thrown your hands up to just fix the starter and want my goddamn car back.
So that's how my week started. And I couldn't wait to get here. And you guys already know the woes I'm having trying to download, as she's sitting here, Miss Shalisha Shell's video that I made. And now Shalisha helped me out with that earlier. So maybe by tomorrow I'll be able to actually be able to
Upload that thing to YouTube, put it on private, go to the editing enhancements, and see if you can figure out how to trim that motherfucker.
Yeah, no, Stump, I get it. I hear what you're saying. It's just, you know, Stump, I only got the 120, you know, socket count around, you know, all the, you know, I got quarter-inch drive, 3/8 drive, all that bullshit. And Sunday was a long day. And as soon as I stuck my hand in there and got zapped, I'm like, fuck this. I'm getting too old for this bullshit. You know, I just didn't want to do it. From that point on, I was just pissed off at the world, you know.
So you got the little ladies handy set for the house, right set?
Well, it's a little bit bigger than that, but yeah. I mean, normally my old set, I dropped it, so I broke it in. So I said, fuck it. So then I just got myself a 2-gallon pail, and I put everything in the 2-gallon pail. And I left it there, and it was fine. It worked out pisser, you know. But once I get frustrated, especially on a weekend, and especially worrying about what's going to happen for work, yeah, so you get the lifts and stuff. I don't have any of
Yeah,
that.
I know how Stoke feels. You do get screwed up when you have everything, pipe bender and all.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, I'd have to MacGyver shit, you know what I mean? Who wants to do that, you know? As you can see, it's Shalisa and I do have or if you're listening, like Sass Green Man 13th. I do have the other invites out, obviously. One of which, I spoke. You guys saw it. I spoke with Big Dog Leather. That's cool. Spoke with Stump, and that's cool. I haven't heard from John the M.I. Woodsman. That means he's probably camping.
Yeah, this time of year in Michigan.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And as you can see, there's another person absent. Our resident addict. Yeah, a resident meth head. Living in a van down by the river.
It says free candy.
Free candy. Texted me earlier tonight while I was at FedEx and says, I'd show you the text, but I don't want to give out his phone number. And says to me, well, you can't see my text anyways because my fucking camera don't work. But trust me, he texted me. And he says, I'm gonna go hang out with Ebomi and those guys tonight. Fucking traitor. So I text him back, traitor. Boom. So I think tomorrow night, what we're all gonna do is we're gonna show up to his chat. Well, I'm not gonna show up to his chat. You guys should show up to his chat, and in the comment section, put we were here, you weren't. We went to the JT chat, and just leave it at that and see what he says.
Ship jumped.
He is a ship jumper. So that's what we're going to do with him tomorrow night. We'll fix his little crack junkie ass.
I'm kind of bummed I didn't get to. I totally meant to set up a live stream or get Steve's going and join his last Saturday night while I was in Kentucky. But
well, we stayed off air because he didn't even go live.
Yeah, he had sent me a text and I didn't get it till probably midnight.
Yeah, he decided not to.
I kind of did the anti-phone thing when I went to Kentucky this year. I just went anti-electronic.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I got a lot of sleep because I had just come out of the hospital too.
Right. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That's the.
Look. Oh yeah, that 2 weeks ago when I told Steve to tell you guys that I wouldn't be joining, I was tired.
Yeah.
I was actually septic. I was actually in and out of consciousness.
Really?
And my body was riddled with infection.
Oh.
And luckily, I realized what it was by 6, 7 in the morning. And I managed to keep myself from going back to bed and get to the hospital. Yeah, I wasn't just tired. It took me all day. That video that I made of HRM giving me pine trees and me planting them in the ground, I had a fever and I was sick and it didn't click in my head until the next morning.
Right on, Jay Waters. Jay Waters in 69. How the hell? It's bacon time.
Oh God, P. NASCAR. Got his number.
I didn't see what P. NASCAR wrote. Am I on the live thing? Let me see.
He must like getting phone calls and talking.
You know what says live chat and all that bullshit? How come I don't have that? Oh, top chat. There it is.
Oh, yeah, that thing. God, I hate it when I forget to do that.
I'm missing something. Yeah, I don't want to miss people. See, now, on the other one, Jay Watts was before P. NASCAR. I'm sorry. Who has my number?
Frank just gave P. NASCAR's the booty call. I guess he's heading over.
Hey, Frankie, booty call. Good for you, kid. Shake it twice. You're playing with it. Holly. How are you, sweetheart? I know you only celebrate my birthday. And it's kind of cool that you do that. It's good to see you. So yeah, it's been a hell of a week there, actually, Lisa. But I'm glad it's Friday. Oh yeah, and in the midst of all that shit, the Bruins lost on me, Yeah, I do too, Sandy. It sucks. I miss what people say, and then people must be in their head saying, "What the fuck's wrong with Mikey?" And so every once in a while, even if you refresh, you still have to hit that.
It should be default. You should have
Right.
an option to set a default. I've looked everywhere in all my channel options. Ever since they added that, they haven't given us an option to set live chat to default. They just give you top chat for default.
The changes that we have here, I'm really not liking all that much.
It's too much. They kept saying they were changing to make things better, but it's like road construction that hasn't stopped and is getting worse and bigger, and I don't recognize the place anymore. Which road do I take? YouTube got carried away. It's like started out with some changes. Now it's just a plain road construction mess. That's how I see it.
Missed the first 5 minutes of the chat too because it didn't auto start like it used to. I know. I'm sorry. It sucks. I don't understand what the hell's going on with it either. I'd like to bring something up, and first of all, I'd like to thank Shaker HP for bringing it to my attention. You guys, a lot of you know Uncle Cow, right? Josh.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Well, he's having a tough go at things right now. And he's trying to find he's trying to get an iPad mount for his wheelchair. He's got a motorized wheelchair. And so I think what I'm going to do is how do I set up? So you'll have to help me with that later. I'm going to set up a fun farm. And so he can get his
iPad mount for his wheelchair?
Yeah, his iPad mount for his wheelchair.
I've never set up a GoFundMe. I assumed it would be pretty free.
Or I can just make life easy and I'll get his address, I'll get his information, and we'll just do it that way. Listen, I've never asked anybody to do that. I don't know, PNAS, because I'm just finding this out.
I'll Google it.
So, I have Josh's number and all that, and of course he's going to hear this tomorrow anyways. He's going to get pissed off at me, but I'll deal with him later.
$139.
$140.
$54 iPad wheelchair mount there's one for $53. There's one for $196. Tab grabber wheelchair, $74. iPad mounting system for blank, $149. Now, anywhere between anywhere between $55 and on 200. From what I see, iPad mount for wheelchair. Uh-oh, I don't hear you breathing. Did you disappear?
I don't hear you breathing. Did you disappear? No, I hit my button again. Um, I've never asked anybody to do this for me. Um, and if you can, you can. You can't, you can't. I'm not. You guys know me by now. You know. Um, but I'll figure something out and I'll get back to you. All right. Um, like I said, he's had some medical issues just recently too. So
It never stops, does it?
no, it doesn't. And YouTube and the people on it make it. Josh has been around a while, so.
Yep.
I just like to help the little bastard out
He's the good people that have trouble asking for help.
because he's a real cool dude. Subbing up for fun for a new camera and a refurbished computer. Hey, Jay Watt, you can't see me right now, but I'm giving you the finger. Actually, I'm giving you both of them. And you know I wouldn't lie to you, so. Yeah, so, and if you can't send money, can you do me a favor? Can you just remember him, in your prayers or whatever? And, just, like I said, he's going through some shit right now, so.
Hey, what were those phones called? It was like 10, maybe 15 years ago when cell phones were becoming, you had to have one. And they had this flip phone for old people with great big buttons on it. What was that called? It's like a Jubilee or some kind of shit. Jay Watt, do you remember what that was called? We need to get Mikey D some kind of laptop like that. Some big buttons, easy to understand.
Oh, are you picking on me? All right, P-NASCARs, we'll do that. That's funny.
Triumph screen printing. Hey, brother.
Hey, Triumph, how the hell are you?
Wish you would have came to YouTube. You would have loved it. Would have loved to have you there.
Yeah, I'd like to try to get something like. I wish that we could do something with the people in the Northeast and shit like that too. But it's hard nowadays.
Next year we got someone coming from Boston that's going to join us in Kentucky.
Give me a name.
You dizzy? 69, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he's talking about coming next year. He's pretty popular for getting YouTubers together, so it'll be interesting to see him show all the way up in Kentucky.
I've never sniffed down actually because we live in the North. Well, I figure you made fun of me. I can get you.
Hey, now
What?
he says looks like a lot of wet fun for sure. And even though it rained down in Kentucky almost the whole time, we had a blast. It stopped raining enough to do everything we needed to do, and we had plenty of. We had a big carport to hang out under, a huge front porch. We had the downstairs carport patio with garage. We had a blast down in Kentucky, even though it rained and it was wet. It stopped raining just enough to do everything. No, it was not a wet fun time, PSP. It was a blast. Unless you were one to fall in the pond with the catfish.
I will, Peanut Scott. I'm gonna have him send me pictures of it. I'm gonna make him measure it. I'm gonna make it so I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? HRM Weapons Machinist. How are you, my friend? It's good to see you. What? No, Steve. Where to Tracy? How the hell are you? Yeah, Steve jumped ship. He's over with. He's on the app. It's on the app with a Bomey and my buddy Johnny Solar, and they've been doing that chat for years now on Friday night, long before I started doing this chat. And Steve jumped ship, and he decided that he wanted to be with them, so he can suck a bag of dicks, and you know what I mean? But we'll figure something out. We're gonna we gotta get Stevie big time, because he is a bitch. So and if he doesn't think he's a bitch, I'm gonna have to make him mine. So we'll figure something out. I think that we should do something to him. I think I'll go on another chat. Okay, asshole. Don't trust a crack junkie that lives in a van. Just don't do it. I'd love to replace him with Dish J Watt, but I haven't seen Dish.
Maybe he thought I wasn't coming. It's been a few weeks. Why bother? He don't want to look at you. Little does he know your camera's not working tonight.
Right. See, J Watt couldn't even see me. J Watt couldn't even see me that I gave him the fucking bird.
What you gotta do is ask me. I might help you out. At least flip him off for me.
Nah, J Watt's cool. He knows J Watt's a good guy. A lot of fun, right, J Watt? We've had a lot of fun. Holly says if we're gonna tries to jump ship again, we'll just shoot a harpoon and reel him back in.
Yeah, I have quite a collection of Triumph screen printing shirts.
You do?
Yes, I do. I'm wearing one right now. Yep, and he recognizes it right away.
Well, he's a shirt guy. All shirt guys do that.
Let's see here. It says Bill Gotti Outdoor Adventures YouTube. And of course the back. It says look at the goodness.
Shouldn't that be on the front?
Yeah.
Just saying. He calls himself a shirt guy. Come on now.
There you go. I'm wearing my shirt backwards, Brandon.
You know what I mean?
There we go.
It's got to be on the front.
There we go.
No, Peanut says I'm an asshole. Just ask a couple people on here. They'll tell you. G Mangos, what's up, my brother? You guys say hello to G Mangos. HRM says it'd be a good idea for an annual event to cook a hog, go fishing offshore, camping beaches, seafood. I'm with you there. Somebody have one up here in the Northeast, will you? So I can go. And I'm sure G Mangos would go, because he's not in the Northeast, but he's in the North on the East Coast. So
Uncle Steve is a pimp.
Fuck, I can see G Mangos in a day if I wanted to, right, G?
We need to pimp up Steve's van.
He's not that far from me. He's a day's ride.
Gosh, how many Triumph screen printing shirts do I have now? Good Lord, 6 or 7?
Hey, Triumph, we had a kid up here. He got caught with a shite ton of fucking Bruins t-shirts. Shit ton. He's getting a fucking fine.
Whoa.
That's going to cost him about fucking 10 large.
Yeah, now doesn't all that money go to the colleges or something like that?
No, I don't know what the hell happens. All I know is that he did it without the license and without the Bruins knowledge and all that happy bullshit. And Triumph will tell you what happens. He can lose it. He can lose everything. But
My dad buys junk hats when we leave 49er games in San Francisco. We head out and he don't freaking care if it's got a NFL label on his freaking hat. Freaking buys them from the hustlers.
yeah. Yep. Yeah, it is. Copyright shit. It's just we had a company here in well, not yeah, in Woburn, Mass, which is not too far from me. Chowderheads. They went off and did something. Was it with the Bruins? The last time went to the Stanley Cup, the Red Sox, or whatever, and they got in some trouble. I think the story went, the licensing permit was in, and they just hadn't received confirmation by the time they made the shirt. So the guy was playing the fucking line on, when the licensing was going to be in. So we'll see.
Sorry, I can't talk with you much about sports. I just don't pay enough attention to it.
No. It's not sports. It's just the guy making T-shirts and he doesn't have licensing, so he's gonna get in big trouble.
Company, but start making serious. Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, you're right, Triumph.
I've always wondered though,
What?
for instance, when you go across the state line to get some cheap cigarettes, you're fine if you get some for yourself. I wonder if that goes the same for like a t-shirt. I mean, like, kids like to write of their favorite thing on their t-shirt. I wonder if it's okay to make your own one personal fan shirt. It's probably.
Yes, you can. You can. All right, look, like Triumph was just saying, it all depends how much you're making, how much, you know what I mean? So, you got to get creative with it, okay? So, for instance, the Boston Bruins, right? Their colors are black and gold, okay? So, I could have a all black T-shirt made up with a gold letter B on it. I can get away with it. You know why? There's no spokes like the Bruins emblem. There's nothing of a hockey stick or hockey puck or anything like that bullshit. Why you have a B on there? That's my daughter's name, Brianna. That's for her. Do you understand? You can. There's fine lines that you can get away with, Shalisa. But you mean like going to the beach or whatever, and yeah, you're here in Michigan, like you know about the beach, right?
Michigan is nothing but beach, even inland.
And having a T-shirt made up, like the tie-dyes and all that shit. Yeah, you can have tie-dyes and all that shit made up.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can do iron-on patches too.
Yeah. Right. And Triumph brings up an awesome point. He says you can't profit from it. So. But yeah, if you want to make a T-shirt for your son, that's not really an issue. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Oh, I
I
think
personally would love to have a T-shirt that has a fucking van on it with Stevie's fucking icon picture, the little fucking geeky fucking hunter thingy there. You know what I mean? And have it say living in a van down by the river.
I used to worry about using the Annie Oakley, especially when I started getting my stickers done. By the way,
Yes, ma'am.
Dark Matter made me a Fatwood walking stick.
Really?
Yes,
Let's see it.
he told me he was making it out of Fatwood, and he said he was making it with the Fatwood I sent him, and I said, I don't think I quite sent you enough Fatwood, and he said he was going to make it adjustable. So he made this much with the longest piece of Fatwood I've ever made. This is Fatwood here and here, and he was using the bottom of a crutch, a silver gray old crutch, to make it adjustable. And I didn't like that. And I told him, I says, hey, I got this really pretty broken cane that I cannot use. If I mail it to you, will you use that instead? And I tell you what, he is a hard person to convince that he is very creative and talented. And I absolutely love this thing. I noticed it on the YouTube videos, and it really stood out, and it looked even better from a distance. It's just, he's got my Annie Oakley sticker on there.
Yep.
He's got a few coats of lacquer. He's got a some kind of screw in here where he can twist it on and off. And he's got it attached here. He whittled that down. He did this with his lathe. And as I said, it's the bottom part of my cane.
He did a great job with that.
It's so pretty. And I was worried that a Fatwood cane would be too heavy. You know, a lot of medical canes have to be light so you're not lifting and hurting your back. This is heavy, but not overbearing, and it feels like I could really hurt somebody with it. This is solid Fatwood. It's like a rock.
Yeah, you definitely do some damage with that.
Yeah, I could really knock somebody good with this bad boy.
That's good. He did a great job.
I love it. It's hard to convince him that I do, though. It really is.
I'm trying to. There we go.
Oh, Bill is going to order some more shirts from Triumph soon. Suggest that we do some on the front like that for the ladies. I believe you got a good idea there, Mike, and they might run with it. Look at the goodness. I love making gifts and sending and sharing and having all these pen pals.
It is cool, isn't it? Holly says, I'm in the boondocks and hiking is all you can do. I wish I was in the boondocks. Triumph says that he's getting more and more talented every project that he does.
That's good.
I think he was talking about, what's his name?
No, I won't use it on your noggin, Holly.
Right. That's a nut puller, though. You take that by the cane end of that and just reach. That's a fucking nut puller.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a nut puller right there. Of course, with Steve, you need the cane end because, you know, Steve doesn't have any nuts. You know.
Get it right up the toot hole.
Yeah. Right up his pie hole. That little bastard. Oh, I'm going to break his fucking nuts.
You're so jealous because he's hanging out with Smile Money and Bo Me and all of them.
Oh, I'm not jealous. Not whatsoever.
Yeah.
No, because what's his name's there, so.
Oh.
Cobra. So I'm good. I'm good. I mean, I like those guys, but yeah, hanging out with Johnny Solar is fucking awesome. You know, he's a cool dude. He always has been. So, yes, triumphant stock of Steve we're talking about. So, what did you get for fat? Are you feeling better enough to go out to the woods to get more fat? What are you doing? What's?
I think I have 2 more days. I think I'm not quite 100%. I wanted to do some tree trimming today.
Yeah.
But it's like I've still got a couple more days. I think I should rest because for the last 2 weeks I've gotten winded so quick. I spent most of my time in Kentucky sleeping.
Well, yeah, just take it very slow, very easy, and
Yeah.
don't push yourself past your limit. You know.
Yeah, I really wanted to go out and have a fire tonight, but it's like, just wait a couple more days.
Yeah. Because it's chilly as all hell here right now. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's pretty chilly. We've had rain and but we had a decent day today. The rain stopped and the sun come out. It was beautiful. Ollie says, "Be careful." I hear Steve stalks people. He's stalking us right now. He probably is. He probably is. That's how Stevie operates. You know, you guys don't know how Stevie operates. Oh my God. They don't call him one who slithers for nothing. You know. Just saying.
I can show y'all what's there. You remember this, Mike? Let's see if I can. Where did it go? There it is. Remember when he tied me up and introduced me to the class?
Yeah. That's when I thought I was going to get strikes against my YouTube account. And
everyone was freaking out.
I thought I was going to get kicked off. And
oh, that one guy was freaking out. I can't remember his name. That was funny. That didn't make you nervous that I showed you. You still got that posted, don't you? Yeah.
Mine?
Yeah,
it's gonna be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't erased any of my videos or my chats.
That was funny. I sat back for a half hour while you guys did your live stream, and then he waited for that moment.
Yep.
Look what I found.
If I remember correctly, he was fucking fuming the next morning.
Fuming.
We had 2 days at 100, now back to the 70s. Right on, Triumph. I'm one of the coolest old school cats you'll ever find, and I'm chilling with this Delucia dude. Chilling like a villain. Yeah, but don't forget, you're also chilling with one Miss Shows the Show. So don't forget her. Because if it wasn't for Delucia, Mikey wouldn't be here tonight. So
You wouldn't do a live stream by yourself?
probably not.
Yeah, it is pretty hard to do.
I mean, I probably could. I just don't know if I don't know if I would want to do one.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't last long either, because sometimes when I do my live streams by myself, I cut them.
I mean, it's really hard. And I mean, you know how to screen share. You know how to do all that stuff. You have the contest, the quizzes.
Yeah, it's the only thing that keeps it going. I miss my co-host. Someday I'll find another fun co-host that can make it every other Sunday night.
Now, what's up with your original co-host? Is she not on YouTube anymore?
I think it was too much, you know, with it being a mom and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is hard for some people.
I don't know how Steve does it. Every Friday and Saturday, he joins a live stream. That's a lot, especially if you're working full time. I do a live stream every other Sunday. Then again, I join your guys' too, but I don't work. I don't know how you guys keep up with it sometimes.
Are you kidding me? We used to do chats till 3 in the morning and I get up and go to work.
Just kind of a downtime thing.
You know? Or when I was on the other chat, they'd still be on and I'd get up to go to work and it's still on. I'd pop on and say hi. But it can get hectic sometimes when you do a lot of chats.
Sometimes
It all depends what time they're at too. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't have any. Why can't I get the fucking temperature here?
I just finally got mine to pop up. This is like so far the perfect year. I love cold, wet weather.
Oh, so you like the fall?
Well, I like the long lasting end of winter, spring. I don't like jumping right into summer.
Right.
And I like hearing people piss and moan and cry about it.
You like to hear them cry about the heat.
Yeah. Or no, I like hearing people cry about the cold and the rain.
Oh.
I don't like the heat. I don't like the hot sun.
Yeah, I'm not you can have all humidity, have it all. I think it's disgusting.
I hope it stays cool and rainy for a while.
59 degrees here, just 2 miles south of the New Hampshire border in Massachusetts. That'll be 59 degrees, and that'll be Fahrenheit for all you Canadian watchers.
Excuse me, but yeah, I got it to turn off. That's the first time an ad actually played music.
Oh, yeah?
Ads have been popping up on my phone, and I've never had it before. Maybe because I turned on Instagram. But anytime I go to check the radar, I get these pop-up ads.
Winging it says it's 101 in Vegas, not too hot yet. Fuck that 101 bullshit.
Even with the dry air, I don't.
Hot is hot. I don't give a shit if it's dry, humid. It's, you know what I mean?
It works for Vegas because half the people like to run around naked. So
nothing wrong with that.
I guess you make more money that way, the less clothes you wear.
Nothing wrong with that either. There's a friend of mine graduated high school is out in Vegas. He loves it.
Yep, I'm a mushroom pea NASCARs. Yep.
You're a mushroom?
Yep. Cold, wet weather.
Well, forget my ignorance. Was that you that did the video with all the morels?
I did a couple.
You had a shit ton of them there, huh?
Oh, yeah. Still haven't hit that mugger load yet. That's my main reason I wanted to get on YouTube. First, I wanted to get on YouTube so I could watch morel videos. Then I wanted to get figuring out how to put up videos so I could do morel hunt videos. And then I got my kidney transplant right when morel season was starting. So my first morel season on YouTube, I was getting a kidney transplant instead, but which is better. But it was bad timing. But then again, how can it be bad timing when it's a kidney transplant? I guess. Right. I actually live quite healthy on dialysis. The transplant is just make my life a little longer lasting, I guess. Better quality of life, I guess. It's not exactly a cure, it's just a treatment option, and it's temporary.
Yeah, so, a buddy of mine, buddy of mine couldn't do it anymore. And so he didn't do the dialysis anymore. So
Yeah, it really depends on how healthy you are and how old you are. Me being young and healthy, dialysis wasn't too hard on me until the hospital fucked
well,
me up.
he was in his 50s when he I believe when he got it. So he it sucks. You know, he was a good man.
Right on, PNASCARs.
What's that?
You got 3 good batches this year in Indiana. I'm going to assume those were morels. I found quite the mother load of pheasantback mushrooms this year.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of them. They're the kind of cucumbery watermelonness. I've made a chowder with it before with cream of mushroom soup, pheasant backs, big chunks of ham and potatoes, and sometimes I add corn. I almost did it this year because I found so many pheasant backs. I mean, really young, fresh ones that are really, really easy to cut through because pheasant backs, once they get so big, they get hard and firm and they're no good anymore. You can only eat the tender part of the mushroom, and you can eat them raw. And I found tons of them this year, but I didn't pick them all.
That's good.
A lot of people were giving me a hard time because I was showing the pictures, but I wasn't picking them.
Hey, you know what? You'll see guys that are either bushcrafting, hiking, whatever. Being out in the woods, and they only take what they need, especially for like firewood.
Yeah.
They're not gonna just rip down every green tree they see. They're not gonna, you know what I mean?
I'm that way with asparagus and berries. And
Yep.
it's tempting to grab it all, but I know I ain't going to be able to eat it all.
Yeah, good point by you.
Meaning that Tracy hadn't figured out how to do videos yet. It wasn't easy for me to figure it out, I tell you what. And then one of my people one of the channels I watched is I told him I was trying to figure out how to do a video. We were commenting back and forth. So there was a YouTube channel that was trying to help me get my first video up. That was real nice of him. It was Willie's Adventures, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he helped me get my first video up.
Never got a good idea to make them pop. Be nice, guys.
Yeah, had we had a good, hot, freaking, miserable, hot, muggy day at the right time this year, we might have had an explosion of morels this year. If we had had just a couple of super hot days at the right time. So it was still a good year, but man, I am waiting to, now that I know how to use YouTube and now that I know how to use a digital camera, I'm ready to find a real big mother lode, just big patch of them where they're just all clumped together. Trying to get them to grow like that in my yard. I love mushrooms. Now I'm getting hungry. I'll take a morel mushroom, asparagus, and cheese, and some ham omelet with some cinnamon French toast, please.
I'm sorry, I was just still reading that.
What are you doing outside, Pete? Ask cars sitting on the porch.
Yep. Sitting on the porch. Oh, it could be better than sitting in the morning sun. Yeah, so you should take it kind of slow, though, Shalisa.
What's that?
You should take it kind of slow.
Yeah. I'm wanting to jump out and do this and do that. It's like I'm just starting to feel like I want to
Just-
do, but I want to slowly.
Right. And as you know, not that I don't have to tell you, but, you know, in the long run, it's good for you anyway, you know, so.
I'm just adding a little bit to my day.
Right.
I've got my total trainer sled too, and I've got to drop down real low so I can just warm up my legs a little bit before I go outside and pick up the yard.
Yep.
But yeah, man,
Winging Tracy says, haven't figured out how to do videos yet. Well, Winging It, let me ask you a question. Do you have a cell phone or a camera with a capabilities of taking videos?
yeah, that's what matters most. Half the people only know how to do it on their phone. Half the people only know how to do it on their computer.
If you get a phone, if you get a camera, you'll need one of these. You'll need a jacket for it.
I
call it a jacket. It's called a sand desk.
Yeah, I had to get. I found out that the digital camera my mother gave me also took video, so I had to learn how to get the disc, the SD card, and I had to buy one of these, and then I attached it to my computer, and then I had to learn what a left click and right click button was, and how to hit enter, how to turn the computer on.
Right. It's confusing sometimes. I mean, really.
Well, they don't have in school. You start kindergarten, first grade up. You work your way up to writing smaller, writing better. You don't skip from fourth grade to seventh grade. You have a direction. But when you get out of school and you're not in the generation where everyone knows how to use a freaking iPhone, computer, internet, all this and that, they didn't teach you that in school. You don't have no one can tell you what grade you're at, so you don't know where to start, and there's no class to tell you, no one to ask you how much you know. You've got to be lucky and have someone patient enough to listen to you and help you and teach you. And real pain in the ass. I'm glad I finally started doing it. I hardly need to ask for help anymore.
You're right. I couldn't. There's no way in hell I would have said it better than my sister, better than you. That so.
We're in that age gap, that generation that didn't get to learn that, and we're kind of stuck in the middle. And there's a lot of elderly people, 70s and 80s, that are still stuck using landlines, and just unless they have a family member doing everything for them, they ain't gonna bother to learn the computer. Local surgery, didn't it turn out as expected? Have to be nursing home work pretending to.
What's the matter?
HRM. I hope you can get paid for doing that, because that's what my friend is doing right now. He's taking care of his brother and his mother. Mr. Tolley, staring right at it. Just welcome. Good to see you. How's your weekend going, Mr. Tolley?
Hello, Mr. Tolley.
What?
How the hell are you?
That's not too much money, and SD card seems the way to go. Yeah, just find you a cheap digital camera there, Winging It, Tracy. Unless you've already got a smartphone, try to find someone, or just get the YouTube app and follow how to, just use your camera and your YouTube app. I'm pretty sure it's actually easier to post videos on YouTube with your smartphone than the computer now, but I don't know. Get you a cheap digital camera or use your phone, because
Yep.
my phone, yeah, phones take, I've got a big ass SD card in this phone. I just pop it out, take it out. I've got my little doohickey hickey thing. Okay. It holds every size SD card you can imagine, even the big giant one.
Shalise, I'll be right back.
All right. I'll be right here. I'm surprised how cheap SD cards are seeming to get. Maybe it's just because I'm starting to buy my SD cards on Amazon, but it seems like I used to pay an arm and a leg for SD cards, and now I can get top quality ones because I got a really expensive camera now, and I had to make sure to get an SD card that could handle it all. I had to learn all about these SD cards and 95 MB and circle with a 10 and a number 3 and all these little funny numbers and shit. I had to learn all about that and find the right SD card for that camera. But if you get yourself a plain, simple old $20 smartphone or $50 digital cam, you get a pretty cheap SD card, and most computers have a slot for the SD card. Neither of my computers do. Come to think of it, I got 3 computers now. Need to get rid of that one. You're welcome. If you ever need anything, just ask me, Winging It. Find me in the comment section from here.
Okay, I'm back, sir.
Yeah, SD cards are a mess. You got a real bitch to learn them. I just learned what I could, bought what I needed, and hopefully I won't need to think about SD card for a while.
Yeah, I have an SD card.
And when I first got this $20 smartphone and had to learn a smartphone, I didn't know that you could put a micro SD card in it. And I was always bitching how you could only put a few pictures in it. And you had to delete them, and there was never room.
I don't have that. I have something you can... Oh, I can't hold it up. I don't have a camera. Fucker.
And one day I learned to hold an SD card, so I bought the biggest one I could, and I don't never ever have to worry about filling.
Mine doesn't. I don't think mine doesn't take one. My smartphone doesn't take.
Only thing I don't like, I know there's stabilizers for
Yeah.
smartphones, but I just don't like taking video with my smartphone. It's just, I'm too picky. I don't like shaky. This smartphone for the worst for stability.
On your phone, doesn't your phone have on the back of my phone? I have like a little stand, like a...
Yeah, like mine. Similar to it, maybe.
Hold it up for me. Let me see.
It's just a little ring you bend and twist.
No, I don't have a ring. It's actually it's the width of the phone.
Like
right?
a flap.
Yeah, and then I can set my phone anywhere I want, and it won't lay flat. It'll lay like, tilted, so I can take pictures or whatever.
Well, I could have bought my camera like that. My camera has this camera has.
It has like a leg. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Essentially.
If I had bought 1 year newer of this camera, it would have come out like a flap, the actual screen, and I could have done that too. I paid $300 for this, and I'm loving it so far. I just hope I don't break it, because I beat shit up all the time out in the woods. But this is the one I had to buy a really big ass SD card for. My new baby. Got it insured in 2 different ways. No pay, like Angel, no one else. This time it seems. I used to help a lot of people out, and then I realized I had to help myself out. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone has time to help anymore when it comes to family members, friends being sick. I'm talking about what HRM said. Oh, lovely. Mike left. I always know he's gone when I can't hear him breathing heavy anymore. Oh, what camera? Panasonic. Oh, welcome back, Mike.
Oh,
Panasonic Lumix SX60, I think. It's a Panasonic Lumix. It's got the 4K.
nice.
It's got so many things I got to learn. I was at Kentucky at YouTubery, and Aaron Nelson was trying to use my camera, and I was like, I'm still not sure about this or that yet. So it's got so many different settings. You have a lot to learn. It's got a lot of software in it, and it's touchscreen, which is nice. You can do a lot if you need to, but I'm constantly touching the screen and screwing it up.
Right. Still in logs. How the hell are you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Been a long while. Been a while.
Evening.
Good to see you, though, my friend. Yeah, I got us to get a camera. I got the GoPro, and I'm really not liking it.
All the GoPros suck except for the new one. I feel sorry for anyone with
What's that, the 7?
Yeah, the 7 I almost bought because it was pretty convincing and still is pretty convincing.
Now, does it have...
It has everything that all the others should have had.
Yeah, but does it have microphone adjustment?
Might have.
Because I have to be on top of this thing or you won't hear me. You know what I'm saying? Whereas other people have cameras where you can wear the microphone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think I spent 2 weeks trying to learn and understand that because one of my main things that I wanted in a camera was good audio.
Right.
Sandy's Passions had a cool Pix camera until I put it somewhere safe. Now I can't find it. A lot of little Canon power shots are the shit. I tell you what, I love those little Canon power shots.
Been sick for a while. Got hit by a few ticks, and they made me some. Oh, no way. Oh, stealing logs. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh.
Sorry to hear that, my friend.
When I got sick, I almost wanted to go because of that tick.
Yeah, you got hit by a couple of ticks and put them down for about a month.
I hear those tick bites can last you a lifetime. I don't mean to jinx you there. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that still.
Out loud. I just said it out loud.
I don't know. Was it Daryl Hall from Hall and Oates that's got long life suffering from Lyme disease?
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, winging it, Tracy. If you can ever get you a little power shot, these little bad boys are the shit, man. I tell you what. Only reason I went and bought a better camera than this, little stupid ass batteries. I tell you what, if you're doing long freaking time-lapse shooting or you're doing stop motion like I do, you start to get really sick and pissy about all this. And then now, of course, I find out that I have a cord and an attachment that I can hook it to my power bank.
Did your camera stop and then start where you left it off from?
Yes, like pause.
Yeah. See, I don't have that on mine. That's what I miss. I just stop, you know what I mean? So a lot of, like if I went and did a long video, like when I did my hunting video, over the course of the week, yeah, it was a pain in the ass. Because I'm trying to remember where, you know what I mean? Because I was going to try to get creative and see, you know, I'm not doing anything like the way you did yours, but you know what I'm saying? Like, getting creative without using software. Does that make sense to you? You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to take a video and you just want to clip a few pieces out and maybe put
Right.
2 videos together. And that's all I wanted to do in the beginning. You don't want all that extra fancy, overwhelm you shit. You
Right.
want to start out simple.
Welcome back, Guns Girl.
Welcome back, Guns Girl. Antibiotics for a month.
Oh yeah.
This.
That shit is nothing to fuck with. You know, knock on wood.
$4,800 for a camera. Go ahead.
I've had up to like 10 ticks on my body, and I've never been bit.
You can count how many ticks you've had on your body.
Well, yeah, they were all on my arm. I came walking out of the woods, and my buddy's like, "Hey, you got ticks on you." I'm like, "Hang on." And
Lucky you.
I'm looking.
I feel them tickle all the time, and I've probably lost count at 200-300. I'm in the woods all the time. I know I shouldn't go in some of these places and some of those places because of the tall grass, but
Or I just spray myself with DEET. You know, I'm one of those
I'll never forget the
old
one
school
time I was driving through a parking lot, and I had like a spaghetti strap shirt on, and I actually felt and saw it running across my boobs, and I'm slamming on the fucking brakes trying to. My kid was not happy with me. But I hate ticks. I'm getting sick of them. There's Tim Watkins. I don't know if you've ever heard of his channel. He's a hiker. Tim Watkins.
He sounds familiar.
Most people know Tim Watkins, and he's got the secret to ticks, but he goes all out, chemical wash his fucking clothes.
Yeah. Mr. Tolley, there is no more. The reason why you can't find it, there is no more Movie Maker.
I don't know if I believe that or not.
Trust me, I tried to use the app again, it won't let me. Well, let me say it this way: I have Windows 10. If you have a smaller version, maybe it'll allow you to do it. But I have Windows 10, and it won't allow me to do it. There is a free editor that comes if you go in your if you have Windows 10 and you go into your apps. It comes with your computer, so you know you don't have to download nothing. You don't have to buy anything. It's all free. And there's one that comes with that. So,
but I keep forgetting, and I think a lot of people keep forgetting, there is still a YouTube editor. It's very small, and it does work. And it's only for one clip, but you can clip out the end and the beginning and the end and a couple of spots in the middle, and it works.
goodbye prepping.
P2Es.
Windows 10 will run Movie Maker just fine. Well, I don't know why it won't do it for me. It will not run it. It says it's not compatible. I'm not compatible with it. And I used to use Windows Movie Maker all the time. I liked Movie Maker. It won't let me use it now. So, listen, Shalisa is just getting over being ill. Mikey's just getting over having a rough week. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna say goodnight. And so here's the thing. Tomorrow night, right? I need you guys to do me a favor. If Stevie does post a chat tomorrow night,
You're gonna make everyone boycott his chat.
go into the chat and just listen. All you have to do is write this. Sorry, we're at JT. That's all I need you to write. You guys can just do that for me. He'll hate me forever, but it's all right.
pop into Steve's chat tomorrow night. Sorry, we're at JT. Sorry, we're at JT. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I want people to pop into the chat in the you know in the outside chat and just write sorry at JT. Sorry at JT. That'd be awesome. All right, Mr. Tolley, thank you, my bud. I'll try that. Hey, I know I know I'm mean, Mr. Tolley. I'm an asshole, but that's okay. Yes, winging it. Still in logs. Keep in touch with me, will you? If you can. And I hope you I hope you are feeling better, Mr. Tolley. It's awesome to see you tonight, my friend. Yeah, Redneck Renegade comes in an hour, we're leaving. Redneck, great to see you.
Anyone out there struggling with health problems or helping family members with health problems, we're thinking of you. And
I know you can't, Sandy, but you understand my point, Sandy, and why I want them to do it. Right.
And don't forget about Uncle Cow. Hello, Uncle Cow.
What's up, buddy? But best YouTube name on here, Redneck Renegade. I love that name. I understand, Sandy. Trust me, but you understand why I'm doing it, right? Okay, good. So please do that for me tomorrow night, if you would. All right, we're gonna boycott Stevie. We shall see everybody later on. I'm gonna say thank you. I'm gonna say have a great week. And if we see you tomorrow night at Stevie's, we'll see you. If you don't, take care. Peace out.
Later.